Hello, my name is Cornovius Branch. I have been given the distinct honor of introducing our next speaker, my mentor and former coach, George Shelton. Coach Shelton has a very interesting and diverse background, having literally integrated the Fordyce public school system in the 1960s, served in the armed services in the branch of the Air Force, beginning his coaching career at Pine Bluff High School in the mid-80s, and again in the mid-90s, where he was a part of 5 state championships. Later, he took his head football job at Augusta in 2000, leading them to a state title appearance and formally being recognized as the man who prompted the high school mercy rule after a 92-6 rout of his crosstown rivals. He had a brief and successful stint at Dalloway High School, leading the Cardinals to 2 state title games, several conference championships in 6 years. In his current position as head football coach at Washington Chapel High School, he has led the Wildcats to 3 consecutive semifinal appearances, as well as 4 players to sign Division I scholarships. A man of devotion, a man of honor, Mr. George Shelton.
Good morning. First of all, I want to say I'm going to try to be very, very fast. I've already been told I got 3 minutes. Really, she said hurry up, so I'm gonna try to hurry up with what I have to say. You know, football coaches, we all have game plans, and I never try to take the field at any time without a game plan. And a speaking engagement like this, I'm approaching it just like a ball game. So I put together a little game plan. I can tell you, I only took about 10 minutes to write this up, maybe, after practice yesterday. About 10 minutes, I sat down and put something together. Kind of knew what the theme was in talking to Sam, who is one of my former athletes there at Pine Bluff High. So I'm gonna try to go fast because I really want to tell you something. I really do. I'm inspired to tell you a little something. You know, it seems like the theme of this whole program is to try to get you to thinking about what you're going to do with your life and your career. And you know, all of us have been in the position that you're in right now in terms of the age that you're at, whether you're 16 or 21, you know, we've been there, you know. I remember our summer program that we had in my hometown. It was called a CETA program, you know. My parents didn't have much money, so I qualified for the CETA program, you know, run a chainsaw and cut grass, you know what I'm saying? That's what we did. We certainly didn't have anyone coming out talking to us about DEA or some of the things I'm going to try to say to you. But I kind of titled what I was going to talk about is the choice is up to you. And I think the first thing that you're going to have to decide in terms of what career or what kind of life you want to have, whatever it is that you want to do, you got to decide, you know, what kind of person that you want to be. I think that's the first decision, as opposed to, do I want to be in DEA or do I want to be a coach, do I want to be a teacher? I think the first decision is what type of person do you want to be? And I think the first thing that you need to be is you need to be dependable. You know, we all have an opportunity to develop our dependability every day. Every day you got a chance to develop your dependability. You know, right now you have jobs, little summer jobs you're going to. Are you on time? You know, are you dependable? Do your parents consider you dependable? Do your mom and dad consider you dependable? How do they see you? You know, I always personally wanted my mother and my father really to think a lot of me. It was important that I was held in high regard by my mom and my dad. Are you dependable to your brothers and your sisters? You have to answer these questions. Your extended family, your grandmama, your auntie, all the way down the line. Does your family consider you a person that they can depend on? You know what I'm saying? Organizations that you're involved in. If you're on the football team, if you're in the band, or whatever organization you're in at the school, does that organization consider you to be a dependable person? All of these are fundamental things right now that's going to help you when you get ready to move on into choosing a career, or, as in his case, he's now a DEA agent. I'm sure he was a very dependable guy when he was a teenager. So the foundation of his core was established early, and that's what you're working on right now. Can you be counted on to do what you say you're going to do and be where you're supposed to be? But more importantly, not be where you shouldn't be. If you're told not to go XYZ, do you still go XYZ? So that's the first direction I want to go in. The next thing I want to ask you is, I think that's important, is do you have a loving nature? And what I mean by that is, do you have the ability to love your fellow man? It's a biblical requirement to love your fellow man. Are you filled with hate? For real. You have to check yourself out, for real. But look off inside yourself, clean yourself up. Do you have this thing's gonna help you. It's gonna help you. If you have a loving nature, you say, that seems pretty silly. It's gonna help you. Because there's going to be some people that's gonna make things difficult for you as you try to move forward. You gotta try to love them anyway. Do you have the ability, in the loving nature, do you have the ability to sacrifice of yourself for others? Are you the person that only thinks about yourself? Will you sacrifice for other people? Will you know what I'm saying? Will you put it out there for other people? You know, you give of yourself, your time, your energy. Your grandmother said, come cut her yard and it's hot outside. Will you go do it, or will you just, I'll do it next week some other time? Will you sacrifice of yourself? Are you God-fearing? If you're not God-fearing, you better consider that. I want to ask all y'all this. Have you realized, because young people, they think they're forever. Have you realized that no one is immortal? No one is immortal. That life has a beginning and an end. And when it's over, you're out of chances. You have to make good decisions right now. Are you a leader or a follower? Do you desire to lead or follow? It don't make no difference. If you're a leader, if you feel like you got a leading nature, then go ahead. Don't have the courage to go ahead and lead. Say, hey, I'm the leader. Let's go. If you desire to lead, then go ahead and lead. Have the courage to do what it takes to lead. Have the courage to do what it takes to lead. If you feel like you need to be the one out front. If that means go to school, whatever the case may be, to put yourself in a leadership position, then have the courage to do what it takes to lead. Remember, great leaders have great attitudes, and they must have great attitudes in order to get other people to follow them. Nobody's going to follow a person with a horrible attitude, I don't believe. Now, following. There's no shame in being a follower. There's no shame in being a follower. You know, it said, too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Everybody can't be the chief. Somebody's going to have to be the Indian. Am I right or wrong? So there's no shame in being a follower. But here you go. Choose wisely who you follow. Choose very wisely who you follow. Now, I think I'm kind of uniquely qualified to talk about young people in Pine Bluff. You know, I've worked at 3 schools here in the city. I've been at Pine Bluff High, I've been at Dollaway, and I'm at Watson Chapel right now. And every day, or every week, or every month, or every so often, it don't matter, I pick up that Pine Bluff commercial, and I see a tragedy with one of my former students. I picked it up today. I saw 2 names in the paper today. I said, hot mess. Look what y'all done. Know both of them. Okay, choose wisely who you follow. You don't want to be a tragedy. Very quickly, what are your goals? Let me tell you something. You know, I have had a bunch of goals over the years. I used to live my life in 5-year increments. It took me 4 years to graduate college. I thought about that span of time. I said, I'm going to start putting my life in 5-year increments and say, where do I want to be 5 years from here? What do I want to be 5 years from here? You need to ask yourself, what do you want to be 5 years from here? If you're 16, do the math. That's 21. Where do you want to be when you're 21? If you're 21, put 5 on. You want 26, 27. You know, where you want to be? Just do it in 5-year blocks. You'll be amazed at what you can accomplish if you start setting you some 5-year goals. Do you have some goals? Have you set any goals? I mean serious goals. Whatever. Have you set any serious goals? Serious goals. You know, I set me a serious goal when I was kind of young. I told my mom, I said, Mama, one day I'm going to have me a real nice house, Mama, because I come out of a shotgun house, a front door and a back door. You can shoot a gun and shoot right out through it. You can shoot right through my house. Right from the front door to the back door, and wouldn't hit nobody. If everybody got away, bullet go right out the back. I told my mama, I said, Mama, I'm gonna have a real nice house one day. You know, praise God, I have a real nice house right now. I do. I'm gonna, no, listen, no, I don't need no clever. You know what I'm saying? I walk on tile every day. Tile. You know, we had hardwood floors and linoleum. What's that stuff called? Linoleum, whatever. Linoleum, yeah. You know, they change it every 6 months or so, you know, because it wear out. Wood floors, no carpet. Space heaters in the house. Now it's train, you know. Air, here it comes. Woof. Ceiling fans going live. You understand what I'm saying? I set myself a goal that I wanted to one day live kind of nice, have a nice place to live in. Thank God I did that. Have you set yourself in a serious goal? It takes something to accomplish those goals. They don't give them that away. That don't come free. That don't come free. Short range goals. Do you have some short range goals? Let me tell you something else about goals. Find somebody to believe in your goal. Find somebody that's going to believe in your goal, because you're going to have a lot of people that's going to hate on you and not going to believe in your goal. Find you somebody hating on your goal that's going to believe in your goal. The person that always believed in my goal was my mama.
That's right.
My mama believed. At least she made me think she believed. You know what I'm saying? You can do it, baby. You can do it, baby. So find you somebody to believe in you, and if the people that you're associating with, they don't believe in you, you need to get you some new associates. Immediately, if not quicker. Get gone from them. Do you have some organizational goals? If you're on a team, if you're in the band, look here, are you working to be the best? If you're an athlete, what are your goals there? And are those goals realistic? Because every dude and every young lady, most of the dudes that I deal with, they all think they're going to the NFL. No, you're not. You are not that good. You're lucky if you play on Friday night. You're not that good. I had a man just tell me just a few minutes ago he could catch a whole bunch of passes and he was Randy Moss. I said, no, you're not. You're horrible. You can't do that. Do you desire to attend college or technical school? Do you desire, you're going to have to do something. Do you desire to attend college or technical school? And have you considered the military option? I did both. I went to high school, I went to college. Then after college, I got in the school system, and I said, all I know is school. Man, I need to see the world. So boom, I said, I'm going to join the military. And I joined the military and went in the Air Force. Did 8 years there. Came back, got tired of Air Force, and I'm still young enough to come back out and teach school. Here I am now, 2 years now from having a full retirement in the teaching system. You're just 2 years, just 2 years away. God has been good. Okay? Have you done your research? Are you doing research on the available options for you? Or are you just sitting back every day? Hey, we hear the term a global economy. How many of y'all have heard that term, global economy? Raise your hand high if you heard the term a global economy. Let me tell you, you know, what that term really means to me is that you're competing against young people from all over the world, all over the world, all over the world. You're competing with people kids from all over the world for a quality of life, for jobs, and for education. If you think you're not competing with somebody from China or Japan or Russia, you're competing. I'm almost there, dear. I'm almost there. And when I talk about quality of life, you got to decide, do you want to have a hamburger helper lifestyle? I said a hamburger helper lifestyle forever, because ain't nothing wrong with starting out with hamburger helper. But at some point, you want to start eating steak. Right? Okay, so you're going to have to decide, is it going to be hamburger helper for life, or at some point you're going to be eating steak? Are you going to take advantage of the opportunities as an American citizen and become global in your thought processes? I heard him just talk about they have field offices all over the world. That if you could speak another language, it would enhance your chances of maybe getting into what he's involved in. Are you doing research? Are you thinking globally? Or are you only thinking in the neighborhood? Are you just neighborhood in your thought? It's a big world out there, guys. I mean, a huge planet with many opportunities and much diversity, which we don't see here so much. We don't see very much diversity. There's a lot of colors to this world, guys, and a lot of opportunities, and I sure hope you have the courage to look out there and find it. Do the research. Find out what opportunities are out there and what you must do to live your dream. Do the research. Do the research. Pine Bluff provides you with the opportunities to begin your journey. This city does provide you with the opportunities to begin your journey. You can say right now that can you say right now that you're taking advantage of the opportunities here in Pine Bluff? If you're not, then you need to get started. You get a free public education in the school system here. We have technical schools here. We have UAPB here. My alma mater, the mighty UAM. Yes, sir. It's 50 miles away if anybody like to go down there. Little Rock is only 45 minutes away with a variety of career starting opportunities right up in Little Rock. Everything. In closing, don't believe the naysayers. In closing, listen to me. Don't believe the naysayers and don't believe the haters. The people that tell you that you can't. If I did that, I wouldn't be standing up here today. Instead, cling to that inner voice that tells you that you can. It may be only you telling you that you can. You might not have nobody telling you that you can but yourself. And if that's the case, that's plenty. That's good enough. If it's only you that's saying you can do it, you cling to that. Seek and you will find. I know you've heard that, right? Seek and you will find. The choice is up to you, but the last thing I like to say, because this is just the way we roll. Remember, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Thank you very much.
All right, let's give all of our speakers one more hand. All right, guys. Last portion that we're going to do. We're going to ask Mr. Brennan Keys to come up. Mr. Keys is going to come up and direct he's going to host our talent portion.
As you said, my name is Brennan Keys. I'm a senior at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Woo! Amen. Majoring in mass communication, focusing on print journalism. I'm an actor, athlete, writer, etc., but it's not about me today. I'm just up here trying to bring a little life to the program. We're gonna open up with the first act. This is Alexis Grady. Is she in the building? Alexis Grady. She's gonna bring us some poetry.
Good morning. My name is Alexis Grady, and I wrote a poem during Black History Month to celebrate the rich heritage of our African American culture. It's entitled Spoken Word. Young black baby born out of wedlock, daddy barely around, so I guess I never had a head pops. That's what I heard. Can't remember who told me, so I guess it was a little blue bird. Other than my brother and my daddy/mother, it was just us women. This poem is about the old school, but give me some time, because I'm just reminiscing. See, my school had open doors, but to my house seemed like the doors were cracked. And when my parents didn't show, they probably thought it was usual for us blacks. But they need to check their priorities, because I hate being called a minority. See, we supposed to pick the cotton while the Hasidic majority lay back city and their fraternities or sorority. But who died and made them Lord of Lords, judging us for being poor, whipping us and throwing us overboard? See, I'm human first, then I'm black, so don't come to me with that racism crap. See, Martin Luther King said, I'm judged not by the color of my skin, but the content of my character. Seem like we're still facing these racist barriers. You know, all the buildings that the men are working there were made on our ancestors' backs, and blood, sweat, and tears filled the cracks. And just to vote, our ancestors with swollen feet had to walk far. See, while the man had a car, we had to guess how many jelly beans were in the jar. Writing about my ancestors would fill up every pad I had, then it began to make me mad. See, I didn't understand and I still don't, so can you give me a hint? Why is it our men that you slave and lynch and act like we owe you the world when we don't owe you a cent? Thank you.
All right. For those of y'all who got me confused, I actually do encourage y'all to text. I want you to follow, if you got Twitter from your phone, you can get to the internet, I want you to follow SYP_talent, if you haven't told y'all that already. It's SYP_talent. We want y'all to tweet y'all picks for who y'all want to win this little talent portion that we got going right now. So y'all go to that little, at SYP_talent, and y'all tweet them who y'all think should win the talent portion, because we're gonna let y'all be the vote and be the deciding factor on that, all right? So the next act that we're gonna bring up is Miss Ricky Jones. Ricky Jones. She's gonna sing a little song for us.
Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to speak victory during the test, and no matter how you feel, speak the word and you will be healed. Speak over yourself, encourage yourself in the Lord. Oh, sometimes you have to speak the word over yourself. Depression is all around, but God is present help. While the enemy created walls, but remember giants, they do fall. Speak over yourself, encourage yourself in the Lord. Oh, oh, oh,
All right. Ricky Jones again. If y'all get the opportunity with your phones, go ahead and tweet who y'all think should be winning this little talent portion right here. All right. Do how you feel. The next act we're gonna bring up, if she's prepared, is a Miss Kayla Teachy. Is that correct? Kayla Teachy. Give it up for Kayla. Kayla Teachy. All right, good job, good job. Before we go any further, I just want to say, you know, y'all seen 3 acts already that have a wide variety of gifts and talents. And I just want to encourage y'all, you know, as young adults and you, as teenagers, take advantage of your gifts. You know what I'm saying? You never know what opportunities that you could have from taking advantage of those things that God's blessed you to use and have. You know what I mean? You might be an athlete. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of the fact that you got a nice mind. You know what I mean? Take advantage of the fact that you might be a musician or a poet or a writer or a speaker. You know, don't let anybody try to shelter you or put you in a box because you're trying to be cool and you're trying to avoid being lame or talked about. You know, go ahead and step outside the box and be yourself, be original. Be unique the way that God created you to be. Don't be what somebody else is trying to tell you to be. You know, have your own swag. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to share that with y'all. That was on my heart, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep it moving. The next act that we have over right now is Santino Green. Santino Green with poetry.
Thank you. I was gonna do a poem, but you know, I changed, so I was just gonna do a motivation speech for y'all. And this motivation speech is still called Dare to Succeed. All right, so I know many of us, probably all of us here for the same reasons. 1, for the money, and 2, for the experience, some of us. Or some just because you want to work. But what I'm trying to tell y'all today is, we come to work no matter how your trade instructors is, how your Miss Clay or anybody else treats you, whatever. We still gotta do good, you feel me? Because this right here is gonna take us through life. You know, we can look back and we see workforce, we be like, we did that. You know, that's old news to us, we did that. And our children probably want to come to work for us, and you can be like, yeah, we did this. Yeah, that'll be a nice thing. I worked there once before, you know? So I just wanted to come tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's nice, this is a good thing, you know, I'm learning a lot. I like my place where I'm working at, everybody is there, you know, and I hope all y'all doing the same thing. Y'all you don't even have to vote for me, I'm just here, you know, glad to be here and doing my motivational speech. Thank you.
Santino Green. That's a little example of what I was talking about. I see some of y'all snickering and giggling, you know, thought it was kind of goofy or whatever, but he said what he had to say, you know. That was what's on his heart. You know, I go to UAPB again, and I know a lot of opportunities come from me from taking that chance and saying, you know what, this is what I'm supposed to do, these are the things that's lined up for me, my classwork or everything like that, or this is how I'm supposed to be according to society or what people tell me I'm supposed to be. But I'm gonna go ahead and step outside the box and try something new and see what comes from that. You know, and that's when you'll truly get opportunity, that's when you'll truly get benefits. Is when you take those chances in your life. Don't worry about your image, all right? Our last talent act that we have right here is Brian Laveau. Brian Laveau, he'll be singing a little something for us.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay. You just say, for us young people, we gotta make it, you know, we gotta survive. So my theme song, I love my song, My Life is in Hands, because I don't know about y'all, but my life is in Jesus' hands. So I'm saying my life is in your hands. You don't have to worry, and don't you be afraid. Joy comes in the morning, troubles they don't last always. For there's a friend in Jesus who will wipe your tears away. And if your heart is broken, just lift your hands and say, oh, I know that I can make it. I know that I can stand, no matter what may come my way. My life is in your hands. With With Jesus I can take it. With him I know I can stand. No matter what may come my way, my life is in your hands. So when your tests and trials, they seem to get you down, and all of your friends and loved ones are nowhere to be found. Remember, there's a friend in Jesus who will wipe your tears away. And if your heart is broken, just lift your hands and say, oh, I know that I can make it. I know that I can stand. No matter what may come my way, my life is in your hands. With Jesus I can take it. With him I know I can stand. No matter what may come my way, no matter what may come my way, no matter what may come my way, my life is in your hands.
All right, Brian LeBeau, good job. Good job, for real. Again, for those talent acts that we just had up, if you want to go ahead and go to Twitter and vote for which one you think should win the little talent portion, you can put @SYP_talent. Oh, y'all got programs, y'all can read. I trust y'all. But we're gonna turn it over to Brother Glover and let him wrap this thing up.
All right, all right. One more hand for all our participants. We'll go ahead and bring up Mrs. Chantel Jones. She's going to close us out today, and see your coordinators after this is over.
Hello. First, I would like to thank our speakers this morning, Interim Fire Chief Howell from the Pine Bluff Fire Department, Special Agent Jeff Woods from the Drug Enforcement Administration, and Coach George Shelton from Watson Chapel High School, head football coach. I would also like to thank our very talented workers, Miss Alexis Grady, give her a hand, Miss Ricky Jones, Miss Kayla Tichy, Mr. Santinio Green, and Mr. Byron LeBeau. I would also like to thank Mr. Craig Boone, who showed up this morning at McDonald's with Miss Clay and myself to help bring the refreshments over. I would like to thank the Sheriff's Department for providing the money to pay for these refreshments this morning. Sheriff Joe Robinson and his staff. I'd like to thank Miss Jennifer Riles and her crew at McDonald's. They were ready for us this morning. They had us all packed up and ready to go. Appreciate that. Also like to thank UAPB TV again for showcasing our students this morning. I would like to thank Mr. Brennan Keys for bringing his expertise to us today. DJ Bruce, give him a hand over here in the corner, one of your fellow workers. He helped set all this up this morning. Would like to thank our senior coordinator, Ms. Jackson. Give her a hand. And I would like to take this time also to thank Ms. Clay, because she works effortlessly to see that we have something to eat at every workshop. And I would like to thank Mr. Glover, because it takes a lot to put these programs together, and he's done a great job. He's putting it all together so far. Give him a big hand. Mr. Glover. And I would like to thank you all for being attentive and attending and doing a great job out on your work sites. Give yourselves a big hand.